Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer, Pautzke Outdoors. We're doing something a little bit different tonight. We're out here in central Alabama. We're doing a little bit of crappie fishing here at night. Now, a couple things are going on tonight. It's crystal clear right now. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock here. And unfortunately, we have a round of big, severe thunderstorms that are coming in about midnight or so. So we don't have all night to film today, but we got a couple of hours to come out here and try our luck. What we're doing today is we're using Pautzke's new fireballs and we're tipping them on jigs. We're not using any minnows tonight. We're looking for light. We're putting those fireballs on there because they are so heavily scented, you know, it draws in even more strikes. So we're gonna come out here. We got two guys using rods. They're gonna go head to head, see what they can do. And we're gonna see how many crappie we can catch in a couple short hours.
We got an underwater light here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of fish the edges of the light. We're gonna throw on the left edge, the right edge, and that's where these crappie hang out at, usually on the edge. They'll run up in the light and feed and then come back to the edge. We're gonna cast our jigs on the outside edge of the light and let it fall for 5 or 10 seconds. 16th ounce jig falls about a foot a second. So if I think the fish are 10 foot deep, I'm gonna let it fall for 10 seconds. And then we're just gonna kind of slow roll that jig through there. And you know, it looks like a minnow to the fish. And they're tipped with these fireballs from Pautzke baits, and that gives it a little bit of scent. And that's what we're doing right here on these lights. A lot of people crappie fish at night here in Alabama. Lake Martin's a big night fishing lake. A lot of people vacation here at Lake Martin. You know, a few live here full time, but a lot of people here have lights on their piers, and the new big thing here for the last 5 to 8 years has been the underwater lights. They call them green monsters, and they're big bulbs that you can actually submerge under the water, and they draw a lot of fish in, all species, but crappie definitely love to be around them because they pull that bait in.
Good one?
Yeah, not bad. Pretty good fish up there. Fish.
Better fish?
Good fish, average fish for Lake Martin. As far as crappie goes, I think you catch larger fish at night because there's stripe and bass on these lights also, and the way I think of it, I think the fish are bigger as far as crappie goes because the smaller crappie can't come up around the lights because the stripe and catfish and bass can eat them. So I think only the bigger crappie come up around these lights at night.
Better fish?
No, it's big crappie. Big crappie. That's good fish.
Better than the last one?
Yeah.
Net worthy. Hello. Holy.
Good fish for Lake Martin. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about our setup tonight, what we're using on these lights here at Lake Martin. Got a 16th ounce minnow jig head with a wire hook. I like the wire hook because it'll bend out if you get hung up usually. What we're going to do is take this little head, I'm going to tie a loop knot. I'll take my line through, pull my tag line as far as you want, I make a little loop around my finger, twist, and put the hook back through the loop. Very simple. Then when I get it over the eye, I pull it down kind of close to the eye and bite my tag end off. And that's it. That gives that jig a lot of play with that knot. Alright, the skirt we're using tonight is by Panfish Assassin. It's just a little black and chartreuse. It's called a Texas avocado, but black and chartreuse. Black and chartreuse has been used here for as long as I can remember, and it's just a great color at night. That's our setup right there. That's what we're using tonight. We're adding these fireballs to our jigs tonight to give it some scent. The bite's been a little slow here, and it seems putting this scent on our bait, this Pautzke fireball, is shad scented, and it just seems like we're getting more bites having this fireball on our jigs tonight. I'll show you how we put it on. There's our regular jig that we showed you guys how to rig. There's our bottle of fireballs. We're just taking these balls and hooking them right onto the jig. So when that fish comes up behind that jig, there's a little bit of scent because these jigs are moving through the water, and it's just making him hold on longer. And we're upping our catch by using that scent on our bait tonight. That's a crappie, baby. Ooh. It could be a little bounce crappie.
We got a double. We got a double. We got a double. Here's number one. Nice little slab there. Slab daddy. All right, there's one.
Up and in.
Number two.
Nice fish. Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Not a bad little crappie. Got a little chartreuse. Good fireball.
He hit that on the way down. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, baby. That's a good fish, Bo. Yeah, he ain't bad at all. There you go.
Not a bad little crappie. Got a little chartreuse. Tip fireball.
Is it another bass?
Might be a crab.
Crappie, it'd be a good one. Might be a crappie.
That's
Yeah, it's a bass. Is it?
Yeah.